Yes, thanks very much for joining the stream. I know it's been many months since we last had a session, but I'm really glad to be back and sharing with you the latest information that's come out of the streets in Singapore. Okay, so basically we've got a bit of a problem now. Okay, the buses which used to run, okay, between Singapore and Legoland have stopped. Okay, so previously, our advice to you and the most common and easiest way to get across on a budget is to take the Legoland bus. So there are a couple of options. There was the WTS there was Leo, and there was Superior Coach. But what's happened is that in the last few days, the Malaysia side has come down, the Malaysia government has come down with a crackdown and saying, you know, that certain people or certain companies are not allowed to operate. So basically, Singapore-based companies are not allowed to operate an express bus type of service. So you can't go and sell tickets to go and do a shuttle service between countries. Okay, that's not the way it should be, but that is the way it is now. Okay, so I wonder if it's all this Trump stuff, you know, yours, mine, and not sharing and all this kind of stuff. But anyway, the situation is, yes, you can't actually go across via bus anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my screen. Okay, this is what's come out online today. All right, so this was just a couple hours ago, 6:51. It's now about nearly 3 hours. But you'll see 4 tour bus operators barred from providing coach services in Malaysia. All right, that's what it's about. So there are a couple of bus services, right, which are affected. One is luxury coach, okay, and the other couple are the ones that we'll have a look at soon. All right, but if you have a look at the issue, right, it says 4 Singapore-based tour bus operators are no longer allowed to operate in Malaysia after they were found to have flouted licensing rules. All right, so 4 firms had their licenses cancelled after they were found offering express bus services and selling tickets online. Okay, so that's a no-no. You're not allowed to do that. But it was found that these guys were doing it, and so that's what's caused the issue. All right, so the cancellation of services happened from April 29th and May the 2nd. Okay, so they're not allowed to go anymore. This news story has come out. City Line Travel and Luxury Coach were suspended. Okay, there are a couple more. We'll come to it. Yeah, but basically you cannot do it, right? So if you are in the unfortunate circumstance where you've purchased the tickets, okay, you need to go and approach that particular company that you've purchased the tickets from and ask for a refund or ask them what the arrangement is, okay? But for those people who have not actually purchased anything, this is what you need to do, right? You got to go back here and you've got to go and see what other options you may have, right? So okay, the other 2 firms, here you go. The other 2 firms are WTS Travel and Leo City Coaches, all right? These are the ones that are also affected. So what we do, okay, is I went and I contacted WTS Travel. I think that's the most popular agency, tour agency / bus operator that is traversing between Legoland and Singapore. Okay, it is the most popular one, and previously they used to have a button where you can click and you say you want to book a seat on this particular bus, but they don't have it anymore. Now the only thing that they have is the tour packages, which basically say you've got to stay overnight. All right, so they are only allowed to sell tour packages, not the day trip shuttle bus type services. Okay, this button is just showing you the schedules, right? But this one goes into the actual tour. So if I give that a click, right, you'll be able to see tour packages. Oops, here you go. Tour packages, Legoland packages. And you see here, right? But there's no actual way that you can click the button. There's no more buttons anymore, right? To say, I want to book something. All right. So that's WTS Travel. Then if you have a look, the other operator that was also very popular is Superior Tours. Okay. And if you go to this portal, which is Bus Online Ticket, right? Previously, you were able to go in here and do a search, and you can see stuff like here, right? So this is a really good one, actually. It goes from Lavender MRT into Legoland. Okay, so it's a direct bus. It's from the MRT, so it's great. Suntec is the other one, right, from WTS. But like I said, these two are both suspended now. Okay, so you can't actually do it. So if you click, right, and you go through busonlineticket.com, and then you go Singapore to Legoland, you click here, and there's nothing much that happens. Okay, so you see here, right, it's got all the different, in fact, this is kind of gone now, right? You can't actually book anything anymore. So let's say we try for Saturday. Okay, there is nothing to book. There's no button anymore for this. Okay, so it shows you all the stuff, it shows you the price and all that, but in the past we used to be able to click. Now there's nothing more to click. Okay, so these are three. They're all the same. They're all under this same website. They're all gone. Okay, the other website that was really, really popular is easybook.com. Okay, it's another site that's the stuff that people used to book when they go to Malaysia. Okay, so let's just key it in here. You've got Singapore to Legoland. Okay, click that, and let's just put a departure date, let's say next week, the 13th. Okay, let's make it one way, and we'll do click search for a bus. It's doing a search, and it says there's nothing. Okay, this always had something, but yeah, it's now nothing. All right, so it's definitely gone, at least for the time being. Okay, so it's a big problem. Okay, basically it's a big problem. It's a problem that everyone will have, right? It's not just you if you want to go Legoland, but you need to start to rethink what other options there are. Okay, so I know one of the really popular options in the past, right, was and this was like a while back, was to get to go on certain websites. Okay, Klook included, right? For those people who always like to book stuff on Klook, it's not always right, but yeah. Klook also had a service where they had people offering shuttle services or private car services between Singapore and Legoland, okay? But that has all stopped. Why? Because it was not legal, all right? So if you have a look here, right, I'm just showing you an old newspaper article. So this was back from September, but there was another run through previously as well. These are the issues that we have with Malaysian vehicles, okay? So basically, the Malaysian vehicles were coming into Singapore. They'll pick out passengers from Singapore, charging them at very reduced price, low prices, and then after that, sending people off to Legoland, okay? And then doing the same return trip and dropping people back. So it's really popular because the cost of living in Malaysia is quite low. All right, so because of that, the prices that were charged by these folks was also very low. Okay, and that's why it was very popular among Singaporeans and tourists as well, and everyone went to Klook and tried to book it. And then what happened is Singapore then issued a reminder and also caught a number of people, right, for traveling through this illegal service, right? You can see here, in the past 2 years, LTA has caught 32 drivers offering illegal cross-border passenger transport services using foreign registered vehicles, which means Malaysian vehicles. Okay, so I think this service is still kind of surviving somehow. It's around, but just a reminder that this is not legal, and you'll see, various people get caught and this type of stuff. All right, so this was one of the options. It is not an option anymore, or it shouldn't be an option. If you want to do it, it's at your own risk, okay? But yeah, okay, so that was this one. So the other option that we have, right, is you can go to Malaysia, right, catching the normal bus, okay, or the normal, so let's say you're staying at Bugis somewhere, okay. So just a live demo, right? So let's say you're at Bugis, okay, you're living around the area here, and then you decide you want to go to Legoland. So a bit troublesome way, but it is kind of, you know, again, we are limited by options. The way you can do it is you can go up through to Marsiling, or let's do this. You can go to let's say Woodlands checkpoint. Okay, we'll go there, change it here, and you will see this is the way to actually go. So you go catch the MRT, right? You go up here. MRT all the way up. You can actually catch a bus, right? You go to Bukit Panjang station. You can then catch a bus that goes all the way up. There are also trains, right, that go, let's click this, okay, that go this way, okay, so you can go Bugis or wherever you're going, catch the red line, and the red line will take you all the way up. This is the same way that you go to for the zoo as well, okay, but you go all the way up here, and then after that you'll be able to connect in, right, catch a bus from Marsiling. Bus will go here, and then there are buses that go across the causeway here, okay. Once you get to the other side, then you can just get on your Grab application, okay, turn on Grab, and then just book a Grab, and the Grab will take you from here, hanged, okay, okay, Grab will take you from here, this side, right, in JB, all the way to the west, which is where Legoland is. So let's say you were at let's pick a spot. Let's say here, okay, JB City Square, and you wanted to go to Legoland. Oh, laptop's freezing. Legoland. Okay. And you would take a Grab, so it's not too far, okay, but the Grab would basically take you this way, and that would be another economical way of doing it. This is probably this would be one of the most economical ways, but it's a bit of a hassle because you have to go and catch the train or the bus, catch a train and then the bus, go over, clear checkpoint, and then after that you'd catch a Grab and then go across to Legoland. It still works. You probably got to give yourself maybe 2 hours travel time, right, to go there, and then on the way back you've got to add another 2 hours or so. Okay, that's roughly. The other option which we have is brought to you by Contact, which we know, right? So I've put his details here. Pullman Top Mark Services, Private Limited. Talk to Nelson, right? His phone number is there. He's also available on WhatsApp. You can contact him. I'm going to leave his details in the comment section below, right? But you can go and contact him and see what he can do for you in terms of getting you to Malaysia and back. All right. So this is a Singapore registered vehicle. It's not a Malaysia registered vehicle. Okay. It will cost a bit more, right? Because like I said before, Malaysian vehicles were cheaper. Cost of living in Malaysia is cheaper. But this is a legit way of getting through. Okay. So that's all I have for you today. I do hope that this has been really helpful. If you do have questions, drop me a message in the comments, right? Or you can always private message me. I'm always here to help. This is the SG Travel Buddy. This is Andrew. Always willing to help. Have a great day, and I hope you guys can sort out the Malaysia travel experience. Okay? Take care, guys. Bye-bye.